Hey there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, Fallout here, and today we are about to talk about power level in the Witch Queen. Now, some people out there like to take their time and smell the flowers along the way in their favorite games. That is totally fine. Other people want to flex their power in front of their bros like they just walked out of the hyperbolic time chamber, and that's fine too. Even though Bungie puts a day 1 contest modifier on new raids, and remember, Witch Queen raid comes out on March 5th, you 100% don't want to be underleveled if your goal is to complete a day 1 raid, which IMO is one of the most fun challenges in Destiny. Also, the more you power level, the quicker you'll be able to conquer the raid after the day 1 modifier is over. With that in mind, today we're going to do two things. One, very quickly define a few power related terms to make sure that the new light players know what the f I'm talking about. And number two, give the regular players out there a more detailed blueprint and tips on how to efficiently level up in the Witch Queen. But before we talk about new content, why don't we talk about your trouser tent with the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Manscaped. Just like ANO in my dreams, Manscaped is going beyond the groin with a brand new lineup of men's products, the Manscaped Ultra Premium Collection. It's an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for Johnny Dayjob and has got you covered from head to toe. With the launch of the new Ultra Premium Collection, Manscaped has perfected the 5 steps in 5 minutes routine. Listen in on the new meta, boys. We are handling butt, balls, and body all at once. Step 1, hop in the shower and start with the Manscaped 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, which cleanses and nourishes with a luxurious lather. It's infused with coconut water, green tea, aloe, turmeric, and sage. It's a non-greasy formula to naturally hydrate and revitalize the look and feel of your hair. Step 2, once your hair is rinsed, scrub that entire body down with the Manscaped Body Wash. It's a premium daily shower gel infused with aloe vera and sea salt. It gives the perfect balance of tough cleaning and soothing hydration. Step 3, rinse and dry off, then apply Manscaped Hydrating Body Spray. It's a spray-on moisturizer for everyday hydration that is distributed through a 360-degree delivery spray system for an even application and easy access to those hard-to-reach areas. Step 4, grab that Manscaped deodorant and apply it to your pits. It's a stick deodorant that's aluminum-free, stain-free, and dries clear. It's scented with refined cologne, so you're ready to head out the door smelling fine in no time. Step 5, grab that Manscaped lip balm and apply. The lip balm has vitamin E, peppermint, and eucalyptus oil to help soothe, hydrate, and seal moisture right in. And boom, right there, 5 steps in 5 easy minutes. Be sure to opt in for the Manscaped Peak Hygiene Plan so you can make sure you never run out of your favorite Manscaped products. Pick a replenishment cycle that works for you and get your products delivered right to your door hassle-free. Head on over to manscaped.com/falloutplays for 20% off your order plus free international shipping. Again, that is 20% off and free international shipping when you go to manscaped.com/falloutplays. All right, back to the content. Very quickly, let's define a few terms I'm going to be using in today's video, so if you're either a new light or a returning player who hasn't fired up D2 in a while, you can follow along with today's guide. The terms are floor, soft cap, powerful cap, and pinnacle cap. You may also hear the term hard cap getting thrown around. Hard cap and pinnacle cap are essentially interchangeable, but I prefer pinnacle cap. I think it's a more new player friendly term. Anyway, floor. The floor is the absolute lowest power level anything in the game can be. It is literally impossible for a weapon or armor's power level to be lower than the floor. There is nothing in the world lower, not even Minecraft VTubers. Currently, the power floor in Witch Queen is 1350, meaning that even if you open up your menu and whip out something like an old exotic or whatever, it will come out at 1350. There is nothing lower than the floor. Next up is the soft cap. The soft cap right now in Witch Queen is 1500 power level. Here's the TLDR there. If you are under the soft cap, meaning if you're anywhere from 1350 to 1499 power level, any in-game loot drop you get will slowly but surely improve your power level until you hit that benchmark of 1500. For example, if you're a brand new player at 1350, you could do the campaign, you could do PvP, strikes, gambit, you could even run around alone in patrol zones, shooting at whatever walks in front of you. Eventually, the loot drops you get will reach the soft cap, which again is 1500. Okay, next is the powerful cap. The powerful cap right now in the Witch Queen is 1550. What the powerful cap means is that only activities that drop powerful rewards or higher will be able to take you beyond the soft cap. For example, if you're a new player and you grinded out whatever until you hit power level 1500, your loot drops will only drop higher than what your current power level is if those loot drops are earned in an activity that the game directly tells you will grant you a powerful reward or better. Finally, you got the pinnacle cap, aka what some people call the hard cap. The pinnacle cap in in Witch Queen is 1560. The Pinnacle cap is the absolute highest number your gear can be in the game right now. Weeks from right now, when you inspect other players in the endgame, none of their equipped weapons or armor will be higher than the Pinnacle cap, again right now, which is 1560. Now technically, your overall power level can be higher than 1560. Your in-game artifact, located here in your character menu, gains a higher power bonus number the more XP you earn and the more you play the game. Your artifact level is usually added on top of your gear power. So for example, why don't we take my current Guardian right now as I finish recording footage for today's video. My Guardian's overall power level is 1541, but if I hover over that number in my menu, it shows me the breakdown. My gear power level is at 1535 and my artifact is at +6. Add them together and you get my overall score of 1541. When you hear most people talking about grinding out power level, they are referring to their gear number overall. Okay, refresher course over. How do you most efficiently grind power right now in the Witch Queen? Naturally, your order of grind progression will be hit the soft cap, hit the powerful cap, then hitting the Pinnacle cap. In order to hit the soft cap, really all you have to do is play the game. If you want to be really quick and efficient with it, I would recommend one of two different ways. Way number one would be to do the Witch Queen campaign on legendary difficulty. I did that the other day, and yeah, it would be pretty challenging for a new player, but it definitely is doable. When you beat the legendary campaign, you immediately get a full armor set at 1520 power level, meaning you'll already be above the soft cap. On top of how efficient that is, the campaign is actually damn good in the Witch Queen. I, no joke, really recommend you play it. If you don't want to do the campaign on legendary, here's a very boring but no doubt effective method of hitting the soft cap quickly. Fire up the Vanguard Ops playlist in your menu and just grind the ever-loving bejesus out of that. As long as you aren't matching your subclass element to whatever the current elemental burn in the playlist is, which we want to do for right now to hold off on getting a Pinnacle to drop, more on that later, you can just grind Vanguard strikes over and over and over again until you lose your will to live and hit 1500. Alright, now you're at 1500 or around 1520 if you did the legendary campaign. Now is the time to grind powerfuls. Here is a list of all powerful drops currently available in the Witch Queen. The Wellspring attack, Finch's Challenge, complete 3 Nightfall strikes, win 7 rounds in the Survival PvP playlist, complete 8 Gambit bounties, complete 8 Gunsmith bounties, complete 8 Crucible bounties, complete 8 Vanguard bounties, open 4 chests in the new PsyOps Battleground activity, complete 3 games of Dares of Eternity, do the Altar of Reflection, and rank up your glory in PvP if you're a god or if you hate yourself. Weekly clan powerful rewards including the Clan Nightfall, Clan Gambit, Clan PvP, and Clan Raid completion can each drop a powerful tier 2, meaning that it'll drop at 2 levels higher than your current gear level, and completing each encounter in the Vault of Glass raid will drop a powerful tier 3, meaning that it'll drop at 3 levels higher than your current gear level. There might be more powerful sources added in the future as Witch Queen develops, and if that does happen, I'll be sure to let you know. When I mentioned ranking up in glory for people who are decent-ish at PvP, that is going to be a really good way to grab powerful rewards. When you play survival, either regular or freelance, every time you win to the point that your rank goes up, you're going to get a powerful drop. Especially early on at low levels, when it hardly takes anything to level up your glory, you're going to get a good amount of powerfuls almost right away if you can get a few wins in survival. I know it might be tough if you play little to no PvP, but definitely worth a shot for even the average player. Here's a huge tip for leveling as you slog your way through to the powerful cap. You are 100% going to find yourself in situations where one piece of gear is lagging behind all your other gear in the power department. Here's an example. While recording some footage, I looked up on destinyrecipes.com, a site I'll give you more info on in a minute, to check which pieces of my gear were slightly ahead and slightly behind my current power level. After all, not all your gear drops are going to be exactly what you need each and every time. My helmet, my gauntlets, and my leg armor were all behind my average power level. That's kind of a bummer because you don't want any of your gear lagging behind your power level. If you're in a situation like this where you have gear lagging behind, don't jump into the next powerful reward activity right away. Try to improve your power level a tad by bringing up those low-level pieces of gear that are falling behind. Here's a great way to do this. Go to the Hellmouth on the moon, go underground, and keep going down until you reach the Circle of Bones area. When you're there, head to the right and follow the ledge overlooking the pit all the way to the back until you find this guy, a random barrier champion just broing out. Kill him, and every time he dies, he will drop a loot chest. Now, this loot chest won't drop above your power level. It's not a powerful reward drop, but his loot can drop at your current power level. If you're picking up what I'm laying down, you can use this guy's loot drops as a chance to bring up any of your gear that might be lagging behind. While recording footage for this, I got a better drop on both my helmet and my gauntlets, which if you remember from a minute ago, were behind my gear average. And then when the barrier champ is dead, by the way, follow the route I'm going to show you right now. Head back the way you came, but head left through a hole in the wall and travel down a long, dark staircase. Keep going until you load up a new area on your HUD, and when you do, turn around and head right back up. Go back to where the barrier champion was. Boom, he is right there where he was before, ready to be murdered again. You can literally do this over and over for loot drops at your current power level to pump up any pieces of gear you might have that could be lagging behind. If Bungie ever nerfs that fun little route, by the way, Paraversal Halls at Xur's Treasure Hoard area also give you gear at your current level, but you have to buy them with strange coins, which is not as fun. Anyway, that website I mentioned a minute ago, destinyrecipes.com/power, is a neat little way to help you track both the power of your gear and give you a little checklist of what powerful and pinnacle activities you still need to do that week on each character. It's a really handy tool, and I highly recommend you have it open somewhere when you're grinding. Now, when you've either A, hit the powerful cap of 1550, or B, you've grinded literally all of your powerful rewards that week, it is now time for you to turn to pinnacle activities. Pinnacle rewards, like powerfuls, will drop above your current gear level. However, unlike powerfuls, pinnacles are the only way to get beyond 1550 and reach the pinnacle cap of 1560. Here are all the pinnacle reward sources currently in the Witch Queen. Beat the boss in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, complete 3 Vanguard ops while matching your subclass element to the weekly elemental burn, complete a Nightfall with a score of 100,000 or higher, complete 3 weekly PvP matches, complete 3 Gambit matches, defeat 10 champions in PsyOps Battlegrounds, complete a game of Dares of Eternity with a score of 250,000 or higher, defeat powerful Cabal in the Vox Obscura exotic mission. Remember, it's not the worst thing in the world if you get a pinnacle or 2 done before finishing all your powerfuls that week. In fact, sometimes it's kind of hard for it to not happen that way. For example, you have to complete 8 Gambit bounties for a powerful drop, but only complete 3 Gambit matches for a pinnacle. Unless you're tactically quitting, which is kind of weird and BM, don't do that. You're probably going to get the 3 games done before the 8 bounties, and that's fine. Just try to follow the general guideline of getting your powerfuls done before your pinnacles. Unless, of course, you're already at 1550 power level or higher, in which case F powerfuls, because the only thing helping you right now would be pinnacles. Last 2 things I want to mention, and these are both tips that I'd save for the more extreme grinders out there. Johnny Dayjob, if you're out there, put your hands over your ears right now. Any quest that drops a specific exotic weapon that you know it is going to drop usually will drop at a very generous level above your current gear score. The new Osteo Striga exotic SMG will drop, I think, at 5 levels above your gear level. So if you shelled out money for the deluxe edition of the Witch Queen, Leal, pay to win, wait until you're in a situation where maybe your kinetic weapon power is really dragging behind the others. When that happens, finish forging the SMG in the weapon crafting area, and bam, targeted power level fix on command. Same thing with the Parasite exotic power weapon. I think it also drops at +4 or +5. You could always do all the steps of that exotic quest except for the final one, and then save nabbing the launcher for when your power weapon gear score really needs the boost. Final tip number 2 for maybe the crazier players out there: grind on multiple characters. This one is always a major pain, but if you're really late to picking up Witch Queen and you feel like you need a lot of power fast, do everything we talked about today, but do it on multiple characters, 1 character completely at a time. The goal being that by the time you've finished on character A, you can move all your newly leveled up weaponry onto character B. That right there is going to immediately raise the power bar on character B. Usually when you power level multiple characters, whichever character gets leveled up last that week is going to end up being higher off overall. Meaning that if you were ultra behind and only had 1 week to power grind to be ready for the new raid on March 5th, I would grind whatever character I wanted to bring to that raid last for that particular week, after grinding my other 2 characters first. Huge pain in the neck, and not really needed to be raid ready these days unless you're very behind. But anyway, remember the main essentials. Legendary campaign if you can for getting above the soft cap, grind out powerfuls efficiently, and use the Moon Champion farm when needed to average out your gear. When all powerfuls are done, go for Pinnacles and use the checklist on Destiny recipes because why not? Grind multiple characters if you really want to ball out, and save certain exotic drops for when you need them if you want to be crazy level optimal. Do me a favor, share today's video with a teammate, with your clan, your neighbor, your mother, whoever that might need the extra guidance, especially if they're trying to get ready for the day one raid. Please like today's video if it provided anything at all that you may have found useful. Big thank you to those who do. You are literally helping grow my channel for free. Kinda like a magic farmer, except the crops are my videos and your clicks are the water. I think I need to go to bed. Sub if you're new and check out the Patreon page. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.